Yeah, my name is Jeff. I work with Texsource in the Georgia branch, but I'm going to show you today how to fix a spray gun if you have a little bit of issue with it. Typically, there's a couple issues that go on with the guns. Typically, it's the spring. It's the biggest problem, and that's why you'll hear a humming. If you can actually hear this, you can tell that the motor is running, but it's not pushing the chemical or the fluid. So one of the things that you can do, the quickest, the easiest way to do it, is to take this, there's a set screw on the top, right there. You can take this set screw out, if you have the correct screwdriver. And you want to make sure when you take this out, you put it somewhere that's not going to fly. But at this point, you can take all this out, and if you notice, you see how this spring is compressed right here? That's your main problem. That's the problem why the gun is not going. That spring is just kind of not even moving. You might be able to take it off. Bam, took it off. So now you got all this apart again, and basically it was just because this was compressed, the whole reason why it would not move correctly. Now you should be able to put a little 3-in-1 type oil right here. Drop a couple little drops of oil in here. That'll help lubricate the gun for you can, everything, all the parts will move. So now that you got that apart, what I would do is to put every gun comes with a little toolkit. You're gonna have a spring, a main spring. You'll have a little Allen key. You'll also have a little spring that goes in the front by the nozzle. Typically, you won't have to change these out too many times, but every once in a while, one of these will go bad, and it won't spray straight like it should. So, take this piston, this spring.
The new spring.
The new spring. Put the new spring in the delivery valve, like so. Ooh. This might need a little lubrication itself. When I took it apart and I went to put the spring back on, I noticed that this push rod, or the piston, wasn't moving freely into the gun.
And so that has to go back and forth.
It has to go back and forth. If it's only going like this and it stays locked in, something's making it not work correctly.
Yeah.
So if you take that push rod, the piston, and you can kind of, work it in there, you can actually free whatever's in there. So you can actually, when it goes on the spring, it'll actually have tension.
So use the piston itself to sort of free that up.
By itself, but then you can take it and see, you want to make sure that it springs.
Ah, nice. And it's just
everything's
not stuck.
moving freely and it's not stuck.
Wow.
You're good to go. So now you want to set all this up and you want to push that little indent. You want to be in the open area there.
That's where the set screw goes.
That's where the set screw goes. Might take some finagling, but
and so the set
you get
screw.
the set screw. This little
It's got a point on the end that's going to go down.
Right into that hole. Once you line that up and you lock it in, whoop, I've been moving, so you got to be precise.
So you'll know it hits if the set screw goes down flush, right?
Right, if it goes flush and you aren't moving, no parts are moving forward or anything.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do this again just to kind of get it in the right spot. So now that I got it, you can kind of hold it together with your hands while you get that set screw in, and then tighten that up. Jeez. Once it's tightened, it'll kind of move a little bit. And now, your gun works.
Holy cow. First time I've ever seen one repaired.